Hello everyone and a very good evening. Now before we straight away dive into the session, first let me know if I'm clearly visible and audible to everyone out there or not. Yes. Quickly, just post a quick thumbs up in the chat section below and I'll understand. Anuj, good evening ma'am. Jasra, hello ma'am. Yes. Quickly. Manjari, yes ma'am. Samarth is there. Sid boy is there. We have Jissi, Sahil, Anuj. Yes, Mahi, Thor Gaming, Sanjana, Prasoon. Yes. Alright. So there is no glitch at all, so we can continue. First of all, welcome to all in yet another wonderful session. My name is Khushbu. So as you would have seen the title of the video by now, right? So we'll be discussing questions from the chapter areas related to circles today. Alright. So before we start off with the questions, let's first take a look at the content of this chapter. So these are the content of this chapter areas related to circles. And all these concepts are basically coming in your syllabus. There is no change in the syllabus for this chapter. So you have to study all these concepts: perimeter, area of a circle, area of sector and segment of a circle, and areas of combination of plane figures. Now one interesting thing about this chapter is basically there are only formulas and you should know how to visualize the figure. These only two things are there and this chapter would be really simple for you. Alright, so without wasting any more time here, let's start off with the questions. As you would know that first I'll start with the easy ones, then we will have some moderate level questions, and at the end we are going to discuss the difficult level ones, right? So if you see two greens over here, that means it's an easy one. If you see yellows over here, means it denotes a moderate question, and if you see orange and red over here, that denotes a difficult level one. Alright, so I hope that all of you know the formulas, right? And if you know the formulas well, there is nothing in this chapter. Yes, one more thing, you have to be careful with the calculations, right? That's I think the most trickiest part here. Okay, so let's start with question number 1, but I want you to report your answers to me, and those who do not know how to solve, they can work with me. Alright, so if the ratio of areas of a circle and a square is 14:1, then which of the relation between radius of a circle R and side of a square A is true? So here we are talking about a circle and a square. The ratio of their areas is given. Alright, so we will look at the keywords in the question. Ratio of areas, right, of circle and a square. We are talking about a circle here and a square. The ratio of their areas is given. Now we have to find out a relation between the radius of the circle and the side of the square. Radius of the circle over here is given, that's R. Side of the square is given, that's A. Right? Jasra is saying, ma'am, this chapter is very difficult for me. Really, Jasra, this is, I would say that this is one of the easiest chapters. So attend this entire session. Try if you can write along with me, and I can tell you that by the end of this session you would start loving this chapter. There is nothing difficult in it. It's only formulas. Nothing is there. Alright. So here we have to find out a relation between R and the A. R is the radius of the circle and A is the side of the square. Right? So we know that area of circle is nothing but that's pi r square. Area of square is nothing but that's side square. Side is A over here. So I would say that's A square. Alright, so we have area of circle by area of square, that's 14:1. This is the given information. I can write area of circle as pi r square, area of square as A square. That's equals to 14/11. Whatever information you have in the question, first write that down, right? Like areas were given, so I wrote that down, and then we wrote the formulas. And then what we can see here is that if I write pi as 22/7, it goes to the other side and becomes 14 times 7 by 11 times 22. Right? And once you simplify this, what do we have here? You have 7 times 2 is 14. I'm sorry, 2 times 7 is 14, 2 times 11 is 22. So we have here r square by a square equals to 49/11. Right? So r by a is going to be equals to square root of 49/11. Right? So here, I'm sorry, it's 121. 11 times 11 is 121. That's going to be 7/11 in this case. That's the ratio of radius of circle to the area of square, I'm sorry, the side of the square. Yes, that means option B, 7/11, A is the right answer for this question if I take it to the other side. Fresh mind, crystal clear. Hari Murali, option B, Liresh, fresh mind. Yes, Papiya Das. Yes, option B is the right answer for this question. Tejaswini, Samarth, Anuj. Yes, so I hope that this is clear to all of you. This was a very simple one. Now let's take a look at the next question. The distance covered by a wheel of diameter 50 centimeter in 7 revolutions is. This is very easy, right? And the value of pi is given. You have to calculate the entire distance covered by a wheel, right? Wheel is circular. It's got a diameter of 50 centimeter. So obviously we can get the radius from here as well. So how much distance does it cover in 7 revolutions? First I'll find out the distance covered by this wheel in 1 revolution. Once I get that, I'm going to multiply that with 7. Right? So what I can say here is that the distance covered in 1 revolution would be equals to the circumference of the circle. Correct? Yes. So because in one circumference means the perimeter of the boundary, right? In one circumference, whatever distance would be, whatever value we get, that would be equal to the distance covered by the wheel in 1 revolution, right? So I can say one thing here, that the circumference of circle is 2 pi r. So I can write this as pi times 2r. 2r is nothing but that's the diameter. So I can write circumference as pi d, correct? Even if you use 2 pi r, that is also correct, okay? Now, we can see that we have a wheel over here, right? And this wheel in 1 revolution, it is covering this distance AB. See, why am I showing you this? Because sometimes what happens is students get confused whether we have to find out the area or perimeter in such type of questions. See, the boundary of the circle is coming in contact with the land, right? That's why we are calculating the circumference, not the area. Area is the inside part. Okay, so from here I can say that this distance AB, that means the circumference, is actually equals to pi d, which is 2 pi r. We just discussed this, right? So whatever circumference we get in 1 revolution, I'll multiply that with 7, right, to get the total distance, right? Okay, so what we have here is that total distance would be 7 times AB is pi d, right? Pi is 22 by 7, d is 50. Simply I'll cancel this out, and once I multiply them, what do I get here? I will have here 1100 centimeters. Now to convert that in meters, I'll divide this 1100 by 100. So what do I get here? We get 11 meters. See, answers, options are given in meters. So we have to find the answer in meters only. For that we are dividing by 100, which is basically option A. Yes, Sharda, Ayush, Viren, Hari Murali, yes, Umama, Jasra, Abhiram, Nikesh, Viren. Absolutely. 11 meters is the right answer. So all of you have understood this, right? Since all of you are giving the right answer for this. Yes, Liresh. Samyat, yep. Option A is the right one. Cool. Let's move ahead. So we have a question number 3, and this is a moderate one. A wire is looped in form of the equilateral triangle of side 6 centimeter. If a wire is reformed into a circle, then the area of the circle is. Here we are talking about a wire, right, which is in the form of an equilateral triangle. All sides would be of 6 centimeters. Now this wire is transformed into a circle. Just think about it. Let's suppose you have a wire in your hand, right? Let's suppose you have a charging wire. You make a triangle with it. Now with the same wire, you are making a circle. So what do you think? The perimeter, the length of the wire is not going to get changed, correct? The length of the wire will still be the same, right? Whatever you make out of it. So we can say that perimeter of triangle and circle will remain same in that case. Alright, so using this concept, we are going to solve this question. We know that area of circle is nothing but that's pi r square. Perimeter of square is 2 pi r, right? So to find out the area of circle, I would require the radius here. So I can say that circumference of circle is equal to perimeter of triangle. So circumference is 2 pi r, since it's an equilateral, so that's 3 times side, which is 3a. So simply I'll multiply it with it. We have pi r equals to 9. Now we know the area of circle is pi r square, right? So simply I can say that it can be written as pi r square, pi r whole square by pi. Because if you open this up, you get pi square r square by pi, correct? Still you get pi r square only. So why we have written it this way? So that I can use this value pi r, which is 9 over here. So simply I'll put 9 over here. I get 9 square by pi, which is nothing but that's going to be 81 upon pi centimeter square. See, this is an MCQ paper, yeah? Yours is an MCQ paper. So by looking at the options, you would know that you don't have to put the value of pi in it. Because the options, if you see at the answers, they are given in terms of pi. That means option C, which is 81 by pi centimeter square, is the right answer. Deepak, video is blurry. Please refresh once. Shreya Pandey, Meghna, Ayush, Sahil. Yes. Option A. Option A is not the answer. Anuj. Disha, Liresh, Sonia. Yes. Option C is the answer. How come you have option A? Because you see, if we are putting the value here, right? So here it becomes pi r whole square, which is 9 square, and pi is in the denominator. Correct? So option C is there. Sarda Kitchen, Samyat, Tejasvi, Tejaswini, Hari, Saksham, Viren, Prasun. Option A is right. Absolutely. Devi, SK, Mesbauddin, C. Yes. Disha, Papiya Das. So we have option C. That's the right answer for this question. Alright, let's move ahead. Let's take a look at this question now. So if the perimeter of quarter circle is 25 centimeter, then the area of circle is. So quickly I want you to solve this question. So here, the perimeter of a quarter circle is 25, right? What we need to find here is the area of the circle. So this is the quarter of the circle, right? Quarter is basically 1/4 of the circle. Sorry. That's 1/4 of the circle, right? So the perimeter is given. Perimeter means the sum of all this, right? So I can say that the perimeter of this is the length OA will come, length OB will come, and this length of arc AB will come. Yes? Abhinav, why it is divided by pi? You are asking about the previous question. Okay, let me show you that. Sorry. See, we wanted to use this value pi r equals to 9, right? We had pi r square over here. So what we did here was, we squared this, right, and we wrote pi over here. Because if you open this out, this will become pi square r square by pi. This gets cancelled out. You have pi r square only, correct? Which is nothing but that's going to be 9 whole square. Right, that's why we have used here, because we wanted to use the value of pi r over here, which is 9. Otherwise, it was difficult to use this value here. So option C is the answer. Alright, let's move to the next one. So we are talking about the perimeter of a quarter circle. This is the quarter of circle, right? Because this is the circle that you have, so its quarter is going to be this part. So its perimeter is nothing but that's the boundary, right? So we will say that here, this OA, this OB, and this arc AB. So let's put their values. OA is what? That's R, that's the radius. OB is also the radius, and AB is the length of arc. What is the formula for length of arc? So you see, for entire circle, the perimeter is 2 pi r. Now this is the quadrant, that means it's 1/4 of this. So I'll say it's 2 pi r by 4, that's pi r by 2. Correct. Now I'll put the value of pi over here, and I'll take r common. So we have 2 plus 11 by 7 equals to 25. So once you simplify this, you're going to get r equals to 7 centimeter. I hope that all of you are getting the same value, right? R is 7 centimeter over here. Quickly. I don't want the final answer. I want you to tell me the value of r first. Just write in the comment section what is the value of r that you have got. Disha, how ma'am? See, what we are doing here, Disha, is we are taking r common. So that's 2 plus pi by 2, right? Pi is 22 by 7 times 2. This will get cancelled out. You have 2 plus 11 by 7. Yes, Soumya, 7, Jissy, 77. How come you are getting 77? It should be 7. Yes, I can see that most of you are writing 7 centimeters. Yes, that's the value of r. Now what I need is, I need the area of circle, that's pi r square. Let's simply put the values here. So what we get at the end? We get 154 centimeter square. That's the value of the area of this circle over here. Correct, all of you are giving the right answer. Radius was 7, so using that we can find out the area of the circle, that's 154 centimeter square. which is going to be option A over here. Yes, buck tester, why 2R is added? 2R is added because we are talking about the perimeter of this quarter circle, right? Perimeter means boundary. So we will consider all this boundary, right? So this OA over here is R, OB over here is R. So the length of this thing, right? We found out this length also, that's pi r by 2. That's why we added 2R because of OA and OB. I hope your doubt is clear now. Yeah? Okay, so all of you are saying option A, which is 154 centimeter square, that's the answer. Ganesh, one more time. See, what we are doing here is, we just used this figure over here. So this given figure that we have here is, this is the quarter of the circle that we used, right? So what we are doing here is, we are taking the perimeter of this. So perimeter is nothing but that's the sum of the boundaries, right? So we have OA over here, which is R, this is R, and this, this arc over here. So we are substituting the values here and we get R as 7 centimeter square. Then you find out the area, which is 154 centimeter square, which is option A. All right. Okay, so all of you are saying option A. Yes, Prayag, Ishtiaq, Jasra, Ritika, Papiya, Saksham, Soul of Facts. Yes, option A is the right answer. Now let's move to the next one. So in question 5, this you can see that it's a moderate one. Okay, so it says area of the shaded region shown in figure is, all the dimensions are in millimeter. We have a figure over here, you can see, right? And what we need is, we have to find out the area of the shaded region. Now you would say that entire figure is shaded. What we have to do in this question, right? So what we can do here is, we will find out the area of the circle, right, entire circle. We find out the area of the square. But did you realize that this region is overlapping? It's coming twice, right? So what we will do here is, first we find out area of circle, then we find out area of square, then we will subtract the area of segment from here. This is nothing but that's the segment. I hope that this is clear to you first, because this is the important thing here. After that, the solving is very simple. So we have to subtract this segment from here, because it is coming twice, in the area of circle also and in the area of square also. All right. So to understand this, what we are going to do here is, simply, I'll join this. This is the center. Okay, this is the center. Let's say this is B and this is C. Now this over here is a square. All the sides of a square are equal. This will be 7. Radius of circle is given. These are also 7. Correct? So that means this is what? It is an equilateral triangle. What I'll do here is, from this sector, I'll subtract this segment. I'll subtract this triangle to get the segment, right? Okay. So this is the triangle, that sector part that I showed you. So it is equilateral, we know that. So from this sector, this entire sector, I'm going to subtract this triangle from here. So what is area of sector? We all know the formulas, right? That's basically theta by 360 into pi r square, and area of triangle, it's an equilateral triangle, which is root 3 by 4 into side square. Let's put the values here. Radius is 7, theta is 60 degrees since it is equilateral, right? And root 3 by 4 side square, side over here is 7, right? Yes, just right. It's easy as you break question into small parts. Niharika, you're amazing, ma'am. Wonderful explanation. Thank you, Niharika. Path, too speedy? Okay, we'll go slow now. Alright, so from area of segment we are finding out. Simply we'll put the value of pi, that's 22 by 7. We have 7 square, correct? And this, we'll cancel this out. This is 1 times 6. You will simplify this. And here we have 49 root 3 by 4. Okay. Then after simplifying this, you are going to get the value, which is going to be 4.449 millimeter square. That's the area of this segment that you can see here. Right? Buck tester, thank you, ma'am. Manish, big fan, ma'am. Thank you. So we are finding out, we have got the area of segment from here. Formula of equilateral triangle, that's root 3 by 4 into side square. So we have the area of segment now. Now what I need is, I simply have to find out the area of circle, area of square, and I'm going to subtract the area of segment from there. Right? So area of circle is what? That's pi r square. What is r? R is 7. Area of square is what? Right? Area of square is, square side is 7. That's going to be 7 square. Area of segment we just got 4.449. So on simplifying this, you get 154.49 minus 4.449 millimeter square. On simplifying all of this, you are going to get 198.49, right? This is 49. So approximately it's going to be equals to 198.5 millimeter square. So this is the answer that we are getting. Big fan, ma'am. Thank you. Jasra, ma'am, in just 5 minutes you made this chapter easy for me. I'm glad, Jasra. All right, Om Prakash. You want me to repeat? So what we are doing here is we are finding out the area of the circle. That's simple, pi r square. We're finding out the area of square. That's 7 square, right? Area of segment. How will you find the area of segment? From this sector, you subtract this triangle. Then you would get this segment part. Why we subtracted it? Because it was coming twice. It was a part of area of circle also and area of square also. So one time you had to subtract it. Yes, Prasun. I hope you understood this now, right? From circles area, square area, right? When we are adding them up, we are subtracting the area of segment. All right. Okay. So this is the answer. That means option D, 198.5 millimeter square is the right answer for this. Now let's move to the next one. Okay, so we have question 6 here and you can see that this is a moderate one. The length of a minute hand of a clock is 7 centimeter. Find the length of the arc that the minute hand traces in 20 minutes, right? Okay. See, here we are talking about a clock, right? And we are talking about the minute hand of the clock. So if you look at the minute hand of the clock, right, this is basically acting as the radius for the circular clock. Okay, for this circular clock, it is acting at the radius. That means I have the radius here, right? Find the length of the arc that the minute hand traces in 20 minutes. So after 20 minutes, minute hand is going to cover some distance, right? So after 20 minutes, what would be the length of the arc, right? So you have to find this length of arc. This length of arc you have to find out. So what is the formula for length of arc? We know that that's theta by 360 into 2 pi r. See, I have this 2 pi and r. R we already have, that's 7 centimeter. What I need is, I need the value of theta, right? So where do we get the value of theta here, right? So what we are going to do here is, simply first we will find out the value of theta. So in this much time, how much length of arc it has covered. We know one thing. Let's suppose that the length of the minute hand is the radius, that's r over here. We know one thing, that in 60 minutes, the minute hand completes the entire one circle. That's 360 degree, correct? Yes? Okay. So in 1 minute, definitely it's going to cover 360 degree by 60. So in 1 minute, it will cover 6 degrees, correct? So how much distance it will cover in, how much degree it will cover in 20 minutes. So in 20 minutes, you would say that 6 degree times 20, that's going to be 120 degree. Aza, you are saying it's 90 degrees. Yeah. How come it is 90 degrees? Because you see, we are talking about, we know that in 1 minute it covers 6 degrees, correct? So in 20 minutes, simply I'll multiply by 20. It's going to cover 120 degrees. Right? Alok says it's 120. First tell me that all of you are getting this, the theta is 120 degree. Quickly, just write this down. Yes, Radha, I am repeating this. In 60 minutes, if you think, the minute hand covers one entire circle. That means it covers 360 degree. So in 1 minute, it will get 360 degree by 60, which is going to be 6 degrees. That means in 1 minute, we are covering 6 degrees. So in 20 minutes, it's going to be 20 times 6 degrees. That's 120 degree. Yes, I have repeated this again. I hope it is clear to you. Quickly, just tell me the value of, yes, 120 degrees, Sarita, Sindhu, 120, Santosh Kumar Sahu, 120 degrees, Ayush, that's 120 degrees, Deepak, yes ma'am, Prayag, yes, okay, all of you are getting the same value, right, of theta. So theta over here is 120 degrees. Now simply, what we need to find out the length of the arc, that's theta by 360 into 2 pi r. Just put the values, pi is 22 by 7, theta is 120, r is 7, right? And once you simplify this, you would get 44 by 3, because this is 1 by 3, this gets cancelled, and we have 44 by 3 is the answer, and in decimals, it's going to be 14.666601 centimeter. That means I can say that the answer is going to be 14.6 centimeters. That's option A. Yes, Bhavna, absolutely. 44 by 3, but we have to convert it in centimeters because the options are in centimeters here. Yes, Shreya, option A. Simran, yes, Sohan, Sahil, Hari, H&M, Umama, 14.6, Sabarish, option A. Absolutely. 14.6 centimeter. Yes, Prayag, Liresh, Tejaswini. Yes, that's the right answer for this question. Now let's take a look at the next one. So here we have our question number 7, and you can see that's a moderate one. Alright, a square of side length 4 centimeter can be inscribed in a circle. The area of the circle is. So here you are talking about a square which is inscribed in the circle, and you can see that the figure is given over here, right? Now I can say one thing, that in this circle we have the square, right? Square side length is given, that's 4 centimeter. All the sides of a square are equal, correct? We know this thing. How do I find the area of the circle? For area of circle, what do I need? That's pi r square. I would require the radius of the circle. How do I find out the radius? What I'll do is simply if I join this diagonal of square, right? If you see, the diagonal of square is nothing but that's actually equal to the diameter of the circle, correct? This diameter would work as the, this diagonal would work as the diameter for the circle. Neetu, screen is blur. Just refresh your screen once. Jasra, radius is 4. Okay. Hi, Anshika. Okay. You already you got the answer. Okay. Let's first see. So we know that diameter and diagonal are equal over here. That's the same thing. Okay. So I can say one thing, that area of circle is pi r square. I need the value of r first. So using the Pythagoras theorem in this triangle over here, that's AB square, BC square, you can get the value of AC square. Correct? And AC and BD, both the diagonals of a square are equal. We know that. That's going to be 4 root 2. Yes, because 4 square plus 4 square, that's going to be 2 times 4 square. So this root is for both of them, for root 2 also and for 4 square also. This will get cancelled out. What we have here? We have 4 root 2 centimeter. Okay, so we have the value of the diagonals now. All we have to do is find out the area of the circle, right? This diagonal is actually, I told you, a diameter for the circle, right? So I can say that from here I can find out the radius of the circle. So diameter is 4 root 2, radius is half of it, correct? So that's going to be 2 root 2 in that case. Simply I'll put the value here, so pi 2 root 2 square, alright? So pi 2 root 2 square, that's going to be 2 root 2 square is 8. Pi as it is 8 pi centimeter square. That's the area for this circle. Quickly first tell me how many of you have understood this. Yes, it's the option C, Sandhya. Yes, bug tester. You want me to explain again? So what we have done here is we have this circle and the square is inscribed in it. We got the value of the diagonal of the square using the Pythagoras theorem, since these angles are 90 degree. This diagonal, if you see carefully, it is nothing but that's the diameter for the circle, correct? So we got the value of the diameter, that's 4 root 2. Half of it would be 2 root 2. That's the radius. You put that in the formula of area of circle, that's pi r square. So 2 root 2 square is nothing but that's 8. So 8 pi is centimeter square is the answer. Radhe Sham, yes, option C. Yes, options are in millimeter square. Okay, so basically we don't have to change it because the question is in centimeter square. There might be some error. It's in centimeter square only. Yes. Rajkumar, it's C. Okay, bug tester, you have understood this? Yes? Okay, great. Alright, so all of you are writing the same answer. That's option C. That's the correct answer for this question. Alright, let's take a look at the next one. So here we have our question number 8, and this is a moderate one, you see. The area of circle of radius 18 centimeter is equal to the sum of the areas of two circles whose radii are 9 centimeter and r centimeter each. The value of r is. So here what we are saying is that the area of a circle, right? A bigger circle is there, its radius is 18 centimeter. It is equal to, yes, it is equal to the sum of areas of two circles. Another two circles are there. One has a radius of 9 centimeter, another one has a radius of r centimeter. I don't know what the value of r is, and that's what we need to find here. Now, so this is basically what is given in the question and what we have to find out, Alright, so what we have to do here is we know that the area of circle is pi r square. Using this simply we can say that the area of circle with radius r, its area would be pi 9 square, and with radius r its area was going to be pi r square, and with radius 18 its area is going to be pi 18 square. Okay, in these kind of questions sometimes I have seen that what students do it, they find out the area of these different circles separately and then they will simplify each one of them and then they put the values here. Don't do that, it will take a lot of time. Simply put it in terms of pi together, right, together, and from here what I can say is if I take pi common, the pi will get cancelled out. We have 9 square plus r square equal to 18 square, correct. Now I can simplify this as r equals to square root of 324 minus 81, because 18 square is 324, 9 square is 81, right. From here I will get the value of r, and that is going to be equals to, so r will be equals to 15.58 centimeters, which is approximately equals to 15.6 centimeters, and that would be our final answer. Quickly just tell me how many of you have got this answer. 15.6 is actually option B, Saksham. Okay, stay anonymous. You have a doubt, where did pi go? What I have done here is simply you can take pi common. From this side we have 9 square plus r square, that's equals to pi times 18 square. This pi and pi get cancelled out. Yes, Nikesh, Sandhya, got it. Hilary Jiku, got it. Ankit, it's B. Mahasandhya, yes. Vansh, option C, no, it's option B, 15.6. Alright, okay, this is clear, right? So simply what we have done is we got the areas, we added them up, that's equal to this. You take pi common, it gets cancelled out. So simplify this, you will get the value of r, right? Okay, so option B is the right answer for this question. Now let's move ahead. So we have our question number 9 now, and this is a moderate one. So a circle of radius 5 centimeter and an equilateral triangle of side 6 centimeter as shown in the figure. The area of the shaded region is all dimensions in centimeters. So you can see the figure. You have a circle here and there is an equilateral triangle. What is the radius of the circle? Radius of the circle is 5 centimeters. This is the radius, correct? This part. This is the radius. And we are talking about the triangle. It's an equilateral triangle. Since it is equilateral, the angle is going to be 60 degrees each, correct? See, keywords are, basically the hints are given in this, in the question only. Just you need to pay attention to the keywords first. Okay. And it is equilateral, each side is 6. Side of the triangle is 6 centimeter. This is also 6, this is also 6. What you need is, you need the shaded region, this shaded region that you can see. How are we going to find this out? Yes, what we will do here is, from this equilateral triangle, if I subtract this sector, this green part, yes, what we will get? We will get this white part, right? This shaded region. So this is clear. Is this clear to you what we are going to do in this question? Yes? Prasoon, ma'am, you're great. You're making the session wonderful. I'm loving BYJU'S. Thank you, Prasoon. First of all, tell me, have you understood this? That from the equilateral triangle, we are going to subtract the sector. Then we will get the area of the shaded region. Quickly, just write in the comment section. Nakul, yes. Prasoon, yes, ma'am. Papiya, yes, ma'am. Okay. So this is what we are going to do next. So area of sector over here is what? That's theta by 360 into pi r square. Area of equilateral triangle is what? Root 3 by 4 into side square. So what we are going to do here is simply we will find out the area of triangle first, the equilateral triangle. Root 3 by 4 side square. What is the side of this equilateral triangle? That's 6 centimeter, correct? So simply we get this answer 9 root 3 centimeter square. Yes? Okay. Now I need the area of sector. So area of sector, I know this is 60 degree. I know the radius of the circle, that's 5 centimeter. That's theta by 360 degree into pi r square, and our radius over here is 5, right? So we know how to put the values here, right? So once we put the values, this gets cancelled out, 1 by 6, and we have here 25 pi by 6 centimeter square. That's the area of this sector. Someone is saying area of triangle is 36 root 3. Sheetal, how come it's 36 root 3? Because it's root 3 by 4 into 36. 4 times 1, 4 times 9 is 36, right? That's going to be 9 root 3. Nikesh, got it? Okay, great. All right, now all we have to do is we simply have to subtract them, right? So 9 root 3 minus 25 pi by 6. So once you subtract them, you are going to get 9 root 3 is actually 15.588 and this is 13.083. Subtract them, you would get 2.505 centimeter square. Approximately, it would be 2.5 centimeter square. Quickly first tell me how many of you have got this answer. Kinjal, ma'am, you make me understand this lesson in a very easy way. Thank you, ma'am, for helping. Thank you so much, Kinjal. I'm glad that you're able to understand this. Okay, 2.5 centimeters. Yes. Kinjal, yes. Niresh. It's option C, it's not option B. Prabhakar, you want me to explain again? Yeah. So from this equilateral triangle, from the area of equilateral triangle, that's root 3 by 4 into side square. This is the equilateral triangle that you have. From this, we have subtracted this sector. What is the area of sector? That's 60 by 360 into pi r square. All the values are given in the question. Simply, we have just calculated this thing, the area of triangle and the area of sector. We subtracted it, and we got 2.5 centimeter square. Yes. Anviksha. Yes, I've explained one more time. Aryan. Awesome, ma'am. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Great. Thank you. All right. So, according to this, I can say that option C, which is 2.5 centimeter square, is the right answer for this. How to subtract them? First, you have to substitute the values of root 3 and pi over here, right? So, whatever values you get from there, which is these, then you can subtract them. Okay. All right. So, C option 2.5 centimeter square is the right answer for this. Now, let's take a look at question number 10. And as you can see, this is the difficult one. Yeah. Okay. Let's take a look at this question. How many sectors of a circle with central angle 30 degree and radius 21 centimeter is required to form another sector of same circle of radius of perimeter 86 centimeter, and the value of pi is here, that's 22 by 7. So, what we are doing here is, first try to understand. We are talking about a circle, right? We are talking about a circle which has got different sectors. Here, the sector with central angle 30 degree, you can see that this is the sector with central angle 30 degree. And its radius is given, that's 21 centimeter. Okay. So, how many such sectors are required to form another sector whose perimeter 86? Now, one thing here, this is a sector that we have. Now, let's suppose in a circle if you see, a complete circle is of 360 degree, right? And each of this central angle is 30, 30, 30. So, if you count with 30, 30, 30 each central angle, and we are talking about one circle, so complete circle is of 360 degree. So, 360 degree divided by 30 degree gives you 12. In all, if you count here, you have 12 sectors in all, in one complete circle. This is a very good question. So, listen to me carefully. 12 sectors are there, and I am talking about the full circle. But here in this question, we are not talking about a complete circle. We are talking about another sector of the same circle. That means here central angle is same, right, for different sectors. So, another sector that will have a perimeter of 86 centimeters. Okay. I don't know that how much perimeter 86 centimeter is. Let's suppose it is this much. Let's say it is this much. Okay. So, how many sectors with central angle 30 will come in it? So, from here you would say 1, 2, 3, 4. But we have to find out. We don't know how many sectors it would cover. But perimeter is 86 of that length of arc. Alright. So, for this question, what we will do here is, first we find out the length of arc from here, of this arc AB, right, this boundary AB, this length of arc. Okay, so we can say that length of arc is theta by 360 into 2 pi r. What is theta here? That's 30 degree. And what is radius over here? That's 21 centimeter, correct? So, you put here theta by 360 degree into 2 into 22 by 7 into 21. So, on simplifying this, we have 7 times 1, 7 times 3, 0, 0 gets cancelled out, we have 12 here. 2 times 1, 2 times 6, 2 times 11, 2 times 3, this gets cancelled out. And what do we have here at the end? We have 11 centimeter, correct? So, यहाँ से you will get 11 centimeter. So this is the length of arc for AB. Now what did I ask you? How many such sectors are required to form another sector which has 86 centimeter as the perimeter? I don't know, let's suppose that this has a perimeter of 86 centimeter. I don't know how many sectors it can have. Let's suppose that the angle it covers is alpha. We don't know that. Now the perimeter for this entire thing, what will be the perimeter? You would say that, ma'am, this length would come, this length would come, and then this length of arc would come, correct? This length is nothing but that's the radius, this is also the radius, and this is the arc CD. So what I can say is, if perimeter is 86, so to get the length of CD, it would be length of CD plus R, that's equals to perimeter, which is 86 centimeter, correct? So here, I can say that length of arc CD plus 2R is equal to 86. From here, I get the value of length of arc CD, that's P, which is perimeter minus 2R, right? Prasun, understood? Aryan, nice ma'am, you explained really well, it helps me. Great, I'm glad, Prasun. Yes. Alright, Sonia, you want me to explain again? So what we are doing here is, first we are talking about this one sector, right? So here, how many such sectors this can have, that we need to find out. But it has a perimeter of 86 centimeter that is given to us. By perimeter, I mean, I'm just talking about this entire thing, right? This sector has a perimeter of 86, okay? Now, so what we are doing here is, I can say one thing, that first I'll get the value of AB from here, the length of arc, which is 11 centimeter. Now from here I can say that this length CD, I mean this length, this radius, and this entire CD, they will be equal to the perimeter 86. It is given in the question, right? Then from here I can say that CD would be equals to perimeter times minus 2R. All you have to do is just put the values. That's 86 minus 2 times 21. So that's 86 minus 42, right? So once you write this down, you will have here 86 minus 42, that is going to be equals to 44 centimeters, right? So this is the length of arc CD. So in entire this length, how many sectors can come? I don't know how many sectors can come, but yes, each one of them, right? Each one of them has a length of arc 11 centimeters. So I'm just dividing the length of arc. From 44 is divided by 11, and what do we get here? We get 4, right? That means 4 sectors can come here in this one. Yes, Disha, it is 4. Lalita, 4 sectors. Rani, Aza, yes, 4 sectors are there. Jasra, I'm a premium student in BYJU'S and it's very amazing. Thank you, Jasra. Okay, 4 sectors. Music full on, yes. Sahil, Saksham, Liresh, Sonia. Yes. Okay, cool. So all of you have understood that. Answer would be 4 here, which is basically option B. Great. All right, now it's time for the last question of today's session, which is question number 11, and this is a difficult one. Okay, so common area of 2 circles shown in figure here is. So this is a difficult level question. It's a very good question from exam point of view, but let's see how simply we can solve this. So it's all about visualizing the figure nicely. All right, so you need to find the area of this shaded region. This is the shaded region that we are talking about. Let's first understand this figure. Here we can see 2 circles with different radius, right? One is this circle. This is the circle. Just pay attention to this. This is important. And this is the center, right? And this is the radius. That's 5 centimeters over here. Now this is another circle. This is another circle, right? And in this circle, the radius is 5 root 2, correct? And here we are given this angle at the center, that's 60 degree. Here it is given 90 degree. So I hope that first of all you have understood this figure. Understand the figure first, like what all information is given to us. Yes, Ayush, you need help with the last one. We will come back to that question. First, let's understand this. Okay. All right. At the end of the session, I will clear that doubt. Okay. So what we are doing here is we need the area of this shaded part, correct? So what I'm going to do here is, first of all, I'm going to find, I'll just mark this circle as circle number 1, and this is my circle number 2. So area of sectors, let's find out the area of this first sector over here. This is the first sector that we have. First sector means, can you see this highlighted part in green, right? With green highlighted, right? So this is the first sector that we have. That's theta by 360. That's pi r1 square. Why am I writing radius r1? Because they both have got different radii. So it's r1. Okay, let's put the values here. What is the theta here? Theta is 60 degree by 360 degree pi r square. What is the radius? 5 root 2 square. Okay, one thing I would suggest you here, that in such kind of questions where so much calculation is involved, so many steps are there, you have to add them, subtract them, like that. Do not put the value of pi straight away, right? And avoid decimals. Try keeping things in fraction. At the end, if you need the answer in decimals, then only convert it. Otherwise, you know, it makes things very complicated. Okay, so that's 25 pi by 3. That's the answer that you are going to get, because this is 1 by 6. 5 root 2 square is 25 2 by 6. That's 25 pi by 3 centimeter square. Cool. Now we will solve for the sector 2, right? Can you see the portion highlighted in green over here, right, in this figure? So what you can see here is the radius is 5. Angle is given, that's 90 degree. That's theta by 360 into pi r2 square. That's 90 by 360 into pi 5 square. That's going to be 4. So what do we have here? 25 pi by 4 centimeter square, right? Yes, 25 pi by 4 centimeter square. That's the area of sector 2. So we have got the areas for both the sectors now. Alright, now what we need is, as I said, we need the shaded portion. So first I'll find out the area of these triangles. One triangle is here, another triangle is here. Okay, let's find out the area of these triangles. So for region 1, triangle 1, this one which is highlighted here in green, that's root 3 by 4, 5 root 2 square, right? Radius is 5 root 2. On simplifying, you get 25 root 3 by 2 centimeter square. Yes. Similarly, for the other triangle, you can see which is highlighted here in green, that's going to be, it's 90 degree angle. So I can say half time base times height. What is base and height here? That's 5. That's going to be 5 square by 2, which is basically 25 by 2 centimeter square. Yes. Now what we have done here is we are just finding out the area of the triangles. The first one was an equilateral triangle. This one. Let me change the color. This one. It was an equilateral triangle. Right? So we use the formula root 3 by 4 into 5 root 2 square. You get 25 root 3 by 2. The other one is basically a right angle triangle. That's half times base times height. That's 25 by 2. Yes, Sabarish, that's equilateral, the first one. Okay. Alright, so we have got the area of the triangles now. What to find the common area? To find out the common area, first from this sector, right? From this sector, this is the sector that we have. If I subtract this area of triangle, just watch this carefully. If I subtract this area of triangle, what are we left with? We are left with this green region. That's the area of this common area over, right? Correct. So what we are doing here is, first we will subtract the area of triangle 1 from area of sector 1. Let's just subtract this, and similarly I'll subtract the area of second triangle from the area of second sector, and simply we are going to add them up. Once we add them up, we have this area. Meenakshi, we have to find the area of segments of both the circles and then add them. Yes, that's what we are doing here. To find those segments, what we are doing is we are subtracting the area of triangles from their respective sectors. Absolutely. Okay, so we have here, I'm just putting the values, whatever values we got here, I've just substituted that. And once you simplify all this, we are going to get 26.17, right, centimeter square, and that would actually be equals to, this is going to be equals to 11.664 centimeter square. This will approximately be equal to 11.7 centimeter square. That would be our final answer for this common area. Nikesh, crystal clear. Meenakshi, Rajkumar, Ajay and Aryan, you want me to repeat this? Yes, Anup, the major problem here is calculation. Yes, that's one thing I told you in the beginning, because this chapter, there's only one thing which is complicated, which makes things complicated here, that is the calculation part. Yep. Okay, I'm explaining this question one more time for those who haven't understood. Well, just take a look at it. So what we are doing here is, from this, we need this region, correct? So what I'll do here is simply from this sector, first we find out the area of sector. We have the radius, we have the angle, right? Okay, so once we first find out the area of the first sector, what we have here? So for area of first sector, we have theta by 360 degree into pi r1 square. That's 60 by 360 into pi 5 root 2 square. You get 25 pi by 3 centimeter square. Similarly, you're finding out the area of the other sector. You can see it is highlighted here in the picture in green, right? So that's theta by 360 into pi r2 square. That's 90 by 360 into pi 5 square. You get 25 pi by 4, right? So these are the area of the two sectors. Similarly, we are going to find out the area of the triangles here, right? Just take a quick look here. So for area of the first triangle, for this first triangle which is highlighted in green over here, this is an equilateral triangle, right? This is equilateral, so root 3 by 4 into side square, that's going to be 25 root 3 by 2. Now for the other triangle, it's a right angle triangle, so we use half times base times height. What is base and height here? They are 5, right? So 5 square by 2, that's 25 by 2. Okay, do not convert in decimals, do not put the value of root 3 here, just leave that in fractions. So you see, in that case, there will be less chance of making calculation errors. Okay, and it will save your time also. Now for the common area, what we are doing is, this is the common area that you need, this entire. What we are doing is, we are finding out the area of the segments for both of them. Like if I subtract from the first sector, this is your first sector. If you subtract this triangle, you have this region. Now from the second sector, which is here, from the second sector, which is here, if you subtract this triangle, you get this region, right? And then at the end, when you add them up, you get the common region. Put all the values what you have got and simplify it. You would get 11.664, which is approximately equal to 11.7 centimeter square. That's the option D in this case, 11.7 centimeter square. Aryan, yes, you have understood this now. Vansh. Option B, no, it's option D. It's option D, 11.7 centimeter square. Rajkumar, clear ma'am. Disha, D. Yes. Nikesh, it's D. Yes. Yes, option D is the right answer. So this was the last question of today's session, but this is not the end. We have lined up many more sessions for you from every Monday to Friday to make you exam ready. So we have the next session on explore everything on probability, which is on November 17th, that is Monday, and it's 6 p.m. right? So stay tuned, and if you want to have access to more such great content, then you can click on the link in the description below, and you can have access to free BYJU'S trial classes and get all your doubts instantly clarified during the class. So please do not miss a single session, I would suggest. So please subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon to get notified about the forthcoming sessions. All right, so before I say goodbye to you, let me just clear that doubt. I think someone had that doubt in the second last question. Yes? Do you still need help in that? Quickly, just write in the chat window for that second last question. I'm sorry, November 17th, that's Wednesday. Yes, sorry, my bad. It's 17th, November 17th, it's Wednesday. Same time. Prasoon, yes, okay. So let's take a quick look at that question. I'm explaining the second last question one more time, so whomsoever need help in this, they can stay. Okay. All right, so how many sectors of a circle with central angle 30 degrees and radius 21 centimeter to form another sector of same circle, perimeter 86. So here we have this sector, its central angle is 30 degree, you can see, right? Central angle is 30 degree, its radius is also given. First, let's understand. Let's suppose we have a circle, and let's suppose all the sectors that it has, all of them have angle 30 degree. How many sectors it will cover? You would say that, ma'am, complete circle is of 360 degree. Each of the angle is of 30 degree. So yes, it will have 12 sectors in all in that case, correct? Yes, so in all it has 12 sectors. But here the question is not about that. Question is asking, how many sectors are required to form another sector, not another circle, another sector of same circle of perimeter 86. I don't know how much part this 86 centimeter will cover. If it is not a complete circle, but I don't know whether it will cover this much part, it will cover this much part. So I don't know how much part it is covering, right? And according to that, how many sectors will come in it? Like if it is this much part, this many sectors are coming, right? And if it is more than that, this many sectors are coming. Yes? Okay, so according to this, I have to find out the number of sectors depending on that. So first what we did here was that we first found out the value of the length of arc of this sector with central angle 30 degree. Look at this. This is the sector. We are finding out the value of this arc first, right? Length of arc AB. That's theta by 360 into 2 pi r. That's 30 by 360 into 2 into 22 by 7 into 21. You get 11 centimeters. So you have the length of this arc AB. Yes. Alright. Now, I told you that we are talking about another sector of the same circle which has a perimeter of 86. Entire perimeter is 86. This is radius. This is radius. So radius plus length of arc 80, length of arc CD, that's 86. I can say it's 2r plus length of arc CD, it's 86, right? So 86 centimeter is the perimeter for this. Now how many sectors it will have? Each one of them is of central angle 30 degrees, same radius. Okay. So in that case, I can say that CD would be equals to perimeter minus 2r. From this equation, simply put the value of r. You will get here at the end 44 centimeters. So this CD, listen to me carefully, this CD over here is 44 centimeter. And each one of them has a length of 11, 11, 11, 11 like this. So if I divide this 44 by 11, I'll get the number of sectors it will have. That's going to be 4. Yes? Jerem, should we know the values of root numbers by heart? Not all of them, just the simple ones like root 2, root 3. These are the ones which are very frequently used. You don't need to know the values for all of them. But you should know how to find out the value of any root number. Yes, Aryan, I hope that your doubt is cleared now. Yes, yes, Meenakshi, absolutely. We will get 4 in this case. Alright, so 4 is the answer. Ajay, yes, thank you ma'am for giving your precious time to us. Thanks a lot. Alright, so this was the question that you had a doubt in. Disha, ma'am, value of root 3 is 1.71. See, value of root 3 is basically, it's an irrational number. So value over here is basically 1.732, right? So value is 1.732 and after that also there are numbers, but generally we use the values up to 2 or 3 decimal places, not more than that. So you can just remember that root 3 is 1.732. The next live class for maths is on Wednesday, this Wednesday, and the same time 6:30 p.m. we will be discussing the probability chapter in that session. Vishwaji, thank you ma'am for such a wonderful session. BYJU'S is the best. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I'll see you soon in the next class. Until then, keep learning, keep practicing. Thank you.